Okay, it's Monday, back at it. Let's just see how many followers oh God. Okay, 66. Well, it's really humid today, so I'm gonna give myself a 10-minute water break in between about 33 minutes of running, and then I'll get back at it, but those hot takes are still gonna go, so let's go, guys. 66 minutes, almost to 100. Wow, good job. Oh my God, it's like swimming in a bath out here. It's like 97% humidity, but I'm going the full hour, 6 minutes. Anyway, I'm gonna do one about the cornerback room today. Here to tell that Riq Woolen's getting a lot of praise at camp. Here's my hot take. Riq Woolen leads the cornerback group in interceptions, and it's more than 5. I think he's gonna have a breakout year. He's gonna earn a huge paycheck in the offseason. You know, one of those mercenaries that just comes here for a year, dominates, and makes big in the open market. So really excited for Riq Woolen's year. All right, hot take about the safety group. I mean, Marcus Epps is good. Andrew Mukuba. I mean, he was hit and miss last year, but I really think he takes a second step and really becomes kind of like a ball hawk out there. He really showed signs of it early in his rookie year. I think he's going to get 3 interceptions, but they're going to come in huge spots. And I really think Marcus Epps is just going to play kind of glue guy out there until the next year where he can draft a safety to complement Mukuba. But I'm really looking forward to a Mukuba big second step year this year. Eagles have this tradition of bringing in a youthful second-round tight end about a year or so before they kind of take over the reins of the current tight end. And in that first year, you typically see glimpses of success of that previous tight end, like Ertz and then Goddard. You kind of see it. So I think the Eagles are going to do a good job featuring Eli Stowers this year. I think Stowers has a chance to score more than 4 touchdowns. So especially since Goddard has a history of kind of going down with a soft tissue injury. I think I could see a big role for Stowers this year, whether from 2 tight end sets or just from injury replacement. So don't be shocked if Stowers has more like touchdowns than Dallas Goedert for one way or the other. So yeah, pretty excited for him too. Okay, guys, we're at halftime. We're 33 minutes in. I am becoming one with the sweat and the moisture in the air. Tried to get out here early to beat the heat, and I think I did, but it's muggy as all hell. So this is crazy. I got a podcast this afternoon and evening. Make sure you check it out. Birds Coast to Coast. Tonight will probably drop. Checking out the NFC South, guys. I'm going to get some water, get back in about 10 minutes or so. All right. Catch you guys up back for the next hot take. All right. Here's my hot take about the division. I see a lot of people really excited about these young quarterbacks coming up like Jane Daniels and Jackson Dart coming up to try to upset the Eagles and the Cowboys. I don't know. I think Jackson Dart plays a little too reckless. I think he's going to pretty much experience what Jane Daniels did last year, where he ran a little bit too much and got hurt. So I wouldn't expect to see a ton of Jackson Dart this year. I think he's going to get hurt pretty like middle of the year, pretty much like Jane Daniels' second year. And I think Jane Daniels will have the better year of the two this year. So that'll be the quarterback that'll scare me more, Jane Daniels over Jackson Dart. All right, this is not really as much as a hot take as it is a question, but Eagle fans would remember that Tank Bigsby got traded to the Eagles last year, middle of the year, and that was like when Saquon was starting to, appear that he wasn't the same Saquon as the year before, and we all just kind of said, oh, it's the offensive line. But man, we all know when we saw Tank Bigsby run last year, that dude came flying out of a cannon every time he got the ball in his hands. And he had like the largest EPA per rush over expected. So like, my question is, why? Was the offensive line just better suited for that year for Tank Bigsby? Was Tank Bigsby just had more juice than Saquon after, a lot of tread on the tires for Saquon? I'm not sure. Does anyone have opinions on that? Drop it in the comments below. Okay, here's next hot take. Everyone's kind of thinking that Devontae Smith will probably reach those highs that A.J. Brown did when he was setting records. I don't think that's the case. I think if we look at Sean Mannion and where he came from, the Packers system, sure, there were receivers that had some success, but no one guy really stood out. So it wouldn't shock me that Devontae, while still being the number one and having a good year per throws to him, I do think there's a chance he only kind of hits around 1,000 yards, like where he typically lands. And I don't know if the A.J. Brown departure will increase his volume that point to the point where everyone's kind of thinking he'll just put up like 1,300 yards. I mean, I hope he does more, but if you're looking at Sean Mannion's offense, I just don't know if that's what he is familiar with. Now that could change, once we get into training camp and preseason and regular season, but I don't know. I think Devontae will have an efficient year, not so much a prolific year. Okay guys, 66 minutes done for 66 followers. All right, let's get to 100 soon. Really getting good cardio out, and as always, go Birds.